Hey everyone, welcome back to Swish 710 Bowling. I'm Jeff and I've got a great ball review today. We're going to be looking at the new Ebonite GB4 Hybrid, which releases on March 23rd. So the Hyperkinetic 22 cover stock has been all the rage in all of the 7 brands of Brunswick, and they're incorporating this additive into a lot of their Pearl and now hybrid bowling balls, and now the GB4 is the latest to get that treatment. You can see it's a combination between the HK22 and the GB12 that usually is in their GB line. So we're putting those together, we're making a hybrid ball out of it, and this is going to be one of the cooler balls that I've thrown in a while. I love this reaction. I can't wait for you to see the shots that I threw. But before I get into that, this is how we laid it out. The pin just, kind of high above the bridge a little bit, 60 by 4 7/8 by 30. And you can see my rev rate and axis point down below. Before we get into the shots, just a quick reminder, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Helps me out a lot, and like the video if you do like it. But anyway, let's get down to some of the bowling action. We're here at Spares in Davie, Florida, and this is just a medium type house shot. I maybe had 2 games, maybe 3 games of play before I shot this video. And the first thing I noticed was if I didn't get the ball out enough, this ball really read and it picked up in the oily part of the lane. I wouldn't want to use this ball on super heavy oil, but for anything that's like a house shot, if you get it in a little bit, don't be afraid that this ball's just going to hydroplane and go straight like a lot of balls seem to do. I thought this ball blended that out really well, and knowing that it's a symmetric ball and not one of those ASIMs where it's just a hockey stick shape and it kind of rolls out after that. Symmetric balls have a lot better continuation, I feel. They're a little smoother and they tend to be a little rounder, and that gets the ball, for me anyway, a little more hitting power. So I know that if I get this ball right, it's probably going to come back just fine. So I wasn't really afraid to do that. So I wasn't really afraid to move left. And you can see I moved left and the ball just kept coming. And it was able to read the lane in the right place. And it always just kind of knew where the pocket was. I mean, obviously, it's not going to hit the pocket every shot. I know that. And if I throw it really bad like that, it's absolutely not going to hit the pocket. But I was able to look and say, ooh, that was a mistake that I kind of wanted to have. So I moved left off of that, and now I have that mistake room. So this was kind of interesting ball. So here's 2 comparison shot. I wanted to throw the 3D offset attack because it is asymmetric and it's Pearl, and you could see that it got down the lane a lot farther and the back end was a lot more angular. So you can kind of see where this hybrid symmetric fits in compared to a Pearl asymmetric. And I think that's really useful information to have because sometimes you're going to have both in the bag and you're going to want to know when to use one or the other. So I moved left a bunch, and now I'm at like 24, 23, and this ball still had power from there. So I was pretty happy. Let's talk about my closing thoughts for the Ebonite GB4 Hybrid. First, to the surprise of absolutely nobody, this ball is everything you'd expect from a ball that's in the GB line. The smooth shape, the predictability, dependability, versatility, all of those combined make this a great hybrid benchmark type shape for when you don't really want a solid ball in that roll. Maybe sometimes they're a little too early. This is a great ball for that. Second, if you're a boomer, you're going to love this ball. And I don't mean boomers like old people like me. I mean people that hook the lane, they get on the ball, higher rev players. This is going to be a ball that you like a lot. So that's what people my age used to call people who hooked the ball back in the day. We called them boomers. So I guess you could say boomers call them boomers. But anyway, the third thing I just want to note about this ball is it's versatile but not extreme. So like that 10% of the time where you have the super heavy oil, this ball's not going to be very good. And that 10% of the time where you have super dry lanes, this ball's not going to be very good. But that 80% in the middle, oh boy, this ball is going to be a world buster. So if you bowl on conditions like that a lot, you might want to look into getting your hands on an Ebonite GB4 Hybrid. So that's my review for this ball. I hope you guys liked it. Please, if you would, click the like buttons, subscribe, and leave a comment below and tell me what you think. I love to talk to my viewers, so anytime you have a question, just put them down in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Until my next ball review, I'll see you guys next time.